Right guys, today what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to make a homemade lure. Nice and simple, just like this. What I used was a tattoo needle. You've got your disposable barrel on it. Now this was all as one part here. As you can see, needle slides through here. I got a knife and I cut down here nice and tight. Same again at the side, nice tight cut. Gave me 3 parts so I can potentially make 3 lures out of this. It's another style of lure that you can make with it. Quite nice. Today I'm going to help you make this style though. So first of all, you're going to need your wire. You're going to need your round nose pliers here for this. And then what you want to do, get about an inch or so slack here like this. You want to bend this round so it comes back on itself. I like to add the spinner treble onto it at this point. So again, you need your bag of trebles here. Now, it does make it a bit trickier to make the rest of the lure because you're then fighting with the treble, but I find that personally much easier than the actual fact of trying to feed on one of those little loops. So anyway, here we go. That's on. So what you want to do is bend this round. You want to get as tight as possible. So you're going round once, you're going round twice, and then we're going to go around a third time if possible. There we are. So what you've got is you've got your basics, you've got your treble on the end of it now, as you can see, quite nice. Next point is really important. You need to put a little bead on it. It stops everything getting tangled up. Now for this one I'm going to make it nice and colourful. I'm going to make it yellow. So dead simple. Feed that through there. Boom, down it goes, just like that. Next point, you can paint this if you wish. I'm keeping them white just for the purpose of the video. Drop it down, boom, just like that, really nice. I'm going to add an extra bead on it because I want this one to spin really well. So as you can see, you've got your different style, but for this one, that's how it's going. Next point, you're going to need some of these, and you're also going to need some clevets as well. Now the clevets are relatively cheap. I got 100 for about 50 pence on eBay. Bag of them like that, quite nice. Choose a colour. And what I'm going to do for this one is choose a purple one. Now, the holes on them are quite small, so the easiest way I found of doing it is putting the clevis through and just working it through the hole so I get a nice tight fit. You'll hear that lovely click. It's really satisfying. Now that it's on, you want to do is feed it through and you'll get to the stage where it will just drop down nice and tight. Boom. That is the main body of it made. Now what you need to do again is make another loop here. Now this is the trickiest part because you're having to actually fight with the lure. What I do is give it a wee tug just to get that nice and tight. You see there now you've got the main body of it. You're going to wrap it back on itself again. Hold it this way, and that way you don't get any of the parts caught on it. You're going to come up. Again, 3 times if possible. There's your 1. 2 times. The third one is always the worst because I always get them caught on the clevis, but if you can, boom, pull it around like that. And when you release this here, you've got your final eyelet quite nicely. Then it's very simple, it's just a case of snipping it off. Watch your eyes when you're doing this. Boom, you've got one perfect looking lure. How long does that take? About a minute 20 roughly, and that's you got one homemade lure. You can see you can make them different styles, using different parts of the tattoo body. It's quite nice. Now, if you don't have tattoo kits at home, which I'm sure a lot of people won't, the other thing you can do is you can buy the bodies off of eBay, but they work out quite expensive. They are nicely finished though. Usually you get the brass bodies on them. Now, the other option that you have is you can just use beads. It's a cheap way of doing it. I made this one with a double treble on it, as you can see. Not the prettiest of things, but in all aspects it will work quite well. And this one here is my favourite. I used the long tube part, a ball on each end, swivel on the top, treble, and that's your job done. So for about £2 you can get a whole bunch of these, your beads, all the other parts to make it, and you've got about 100 lures. So give it a buy.